Hey, and good morning, everyone. It's meteorologist Greg Majeski here on the Weather Nerds YouTube channel, giving you a quick live update here on this storm system here on our Super Bowl Sunday. And as expected, we definitely have the tale of two seasons. We have a severe weather element with this across areas of Texas and going to Louisiana this morning. And we have that winter storm element as well as we're watching this developing storm system coming out of Texas here for this morning. So you see where the snow's falling currently across Amarillo and Lubbock, and some hefty thunderstorms down across eastern Texas, not too far from Shreveport, getting into there right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest here on the watches and warnings. And like I said, it's definitely a tale of two seasons with this particular storm system. You have the winter element, that's these up in here. That's your winter storm watches and your warnings, your winter storm advisories and your warnings there. And then you have the severe thunderstorm watch boxes down here. This is going until about 1 o'clock, and I do expect this to continue to progress off to the east. And the dynamics a little bit later today could go ahead and institute a tornado watch box to go up a little bit later as this storm system begins to push off toward the east there a little bit later today. So here's a closer look here of the current warnings. We do have one tornado warning there that's currently out there. You see that in that purple box right there. That is this warning box right up in here that goes until 10:15. And you see these are severe thunderstorm warnings right in here. Now what's interesting with this is I'm watching as we go, and why there's a tornado threat here is you get these lines of storms in here, right? So you get the lines of storms and you get these little individual little parts of moisture going in here. So there's wind shear in here. So I'll be watching to see how these storms interact, kind of like bumper cars, kind of bumping into each other, and that could set up some tornado warnings additionally outside of this one that's right near College Station, just to the east there right now. So that will continue here through this morning and then this afternoon, and it'll be this area further off toward the east that we'll have to watch very closely here with this particular system as it pulls off toward the east. That's where we're going to see the better dynamics coming in here. So right up in here will need to be watched closely for the potential for some tornadoes, I believe, a little bit later into this afternoon. Let's go ahead and look at the convective outlook. I'll go ahead and break this latest data here down for you. Let me close this down here. And as you see what's going on with this right now, and you see the slight risk there. So we got that slight risk that's covering that area there, going from Alabama, going right back into Texas right there. And we're going to break it down by the different categorical areas here so you can see that. So let me go ahead and just go ahead and get into my interactive mode here so I can highlight this a little bit better for you. So again, you got your tornado risk right there. That's that brown path right through there, going from east Texas all the way over into near Birmingham, Alabama. That includes Jackson. That's going over towards Shreveport and Monroe and Vicksburg and Jackson, Mississippi. So those areas you need to watch very closely here for today for that for potential tornadoes. The wind damage is the bigger threat, obviously. 15% there covering that yellow area there. And then there is a hail component with this as well as these storm system begins to push off to the east. It's kind of two different systems. You got a upper level system which is providing the snow back to the west, and then you got the low pressures developing. So you've got two different phases of the storm system kind of coming together. They're going to kind of come together and really continue this into tomorrow as well, because you look at the day 2 outlook and you've got this that severe weather pushing off toward the east, including almost all of Alabama, just all of Georgia, and getting into the Carolinas, and a big chunk, obviously almost the entire Florida Panhandle there, getting in on the severe action as we go in for tomorrow. And the same tornado risk, generally big bullseye right there across portions of Alabama and Georgia. Getting pretty close to my neck of the woods there, and obviously the wind threat's going to be high heading into tomorrow, as well as a little bit of a hail threat there for tomorrow. So we got a couple days to watch this for today and for tomorrow with the severe weather, and we'll be watching that very closely. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the model data here for you. We'll go ahead and track you through this here. With this storm, this is the high resolution model data. So this is the short range going out 48 hours. We're going to just concentrate on this big storm system here as this system begins to pull off toward the east. So the active weather will be setting up. You see the upper feature here back to the west. So you've got the upper feature, which is giving us the snow back here across areas of Texas, and you got the low pressure here. These two pieces of energy are going to kind of come together right in here, and that's when we're going to see that this low really kind of deepen off as it gets up toward the northeast and the mid-Atlantic. So you see the low kind of developing there. The snow's kind of a very narrow band on the northern periphery of this, because it's not quite into phase. It does start to phase a little bit as we go into towards your Monday a little bit with that storm track. So it looks like throughout the day on Monday that severe weather will kind of progressing across Alabama and Georgia. Back that up a little bit here as we go in through, say, after 10 o'clock in the morning, and then kind of progressing across Alabama and Georgia and going into the Carolinas. Then watch that low is really going to drop off. You notice it's at 995 millibars here late in the day on your Monday, and as it goes up to the northeast, the pressure really starts to drop off as that upper energy and the low pressure really start to kind of come together there a little bit, and that's going to produce some pretty hefty snows. The pressure continues to fall there as it comes up into areas of New England. So even get back over toward New York City and the inland areas there into Tuesday. Tuesday will be a very snowy day there for areas across the areas of New England. But for right now, what we're going to be concentrating mostly on is, again, the severe weather. You're seeing Shreveport going to be getting hammered pretty well here pretty soon as this active weather moves up from the south. Again, I'm watching these areas, these storms that are moving from the south, and you got these storms that are moving in from the east. When they cross, that's when you can get spin-ups with the severe weather. I do have it turned off right now. Let me go and turn those warnings back on here for you again so you can kind of see that. So let me turn those warnings off. I just wanted to have those up so you can see. So you can see the two warning boxes up there right now. That goes until 10:30 or 9:30 Central Time. And this is 9:30 Central Time as well here for these two boxes down here coming into Shreveport, Garrison, and Center. And I'm not even try to pronounce that name right there. But this will continue to press off toward the east, and will continue to move into Louisiana here for this afternoon. Later this afternoon. So again, just going to wrap it up right here. Again, expect some additional watch boxes to be issued here later today. We're going to see this as it continues to develop here for this afternoon. So you're going to get some additional watch boxes out ahead of the system as it continues to push off toward the east. And again, you've seen the winter storm. You're always getting the watches up here across areas of the northeast for the winter storm to come up that way as we go into Monday and Tuesday. And I do expect there will probably some additional winter weather advisories in this area, as that low, the northern periphery of it, will have the snow elements here as well. So again, it is definitely a complex storm system. You've got two different parts of it. You got the severe weather part of it, and the winter weather part of it's going to be impacting a lot of people for your Super Bowl Sunday. So if you're in the southeast, especially with these storms, just make sure you keep your weather alerts on, stay weather prepared, and get your shopping done for your Super Bowl parties and stuff here done early, just to make sure you stay out of the weather. All right, that's your update for now. I will be doing another update later this afternoon. I'll be watching this very closely, so I'm going to do these like short little 10-minute updates here throughout the day. If you could, please subscribe to the channel. That way you get the notification when I do these live updates, and you know when to come back here, and I'll tell you how things are evolving with this particular storm system. That's your update for now. You guys take it easy, and we'll see you a little bit later this afternoon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.